Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am here with another plan with me, this time in my 52 weeks of foiled fandom. So, this is what this last week has looked like. Loved using it so much. So we are getting ready for this current week, which is going to be what? August 22nd through 28th? So yeah, I am going to use this kit by Oddloop. I don't know how long I've had this. I think this is in their older format and stuff, but I mean, come on, that's absolutely adorable. So we're gonna go ahead and get this going. Yeah, Oddloop has made just a consistent appearance in this planner. So this is my kids' memory keeping planner, so not a whole lot. We're in the midst of still summer vacation type stuff, so it's also not a whole lot going on. I'm also pulling out the December 2019 Rose Colored Days subscription, and yeah, it kind of seemed to be like the best one. This is, I figured, oh, these are perforated. Oh, interesting. Okay. I didn't know that these were perforated. This is good. Well, this is going to make my life just a little bit easier, I guess. In regards to doing this as washi. So, yeah. Let's figure this one out. So it's kind of like this whole fireworks type spread. And I'm going to, since these are perforated washi strips, I am going to just line them up with the columns above to do. And that might, I don't know, that might make it fun. We'll see. I mean, because there's so much going on here. I didn't want to use a full like confetti type foil, but I also didn't want to like lose out on using a foil either. So I had to find one, and I was like, well, I'll just use this 15mm washi, and I thought it was just straight up washi that I was gonna have to cut, but they're perforated at 1.5 inches, which kind of makes this nice. And then it's in this like sky background, so you know, there's just kind of my thoughts on that one. So yeah, I think that's kind of interesting. We'll go with it. All right. The hardest thing of all, which one do I use as the box up here and the box down here? Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know. This is, what if I do my two favorites in here and then I put the rest, like ones that I love watching, that I could watch over and over again, and I think that's gonna be Iron Man. I mean, I just don't. Oh, these colors actually go pretty well with the washi down on the bottom, so that actually kind of works out pretty well, except that's really crooked, so let's fix that. Time to fix. Alrighty, there we go, and there we go. So much better. And then we'll put these guys up here. Perfect. I'm gonna say that that is pretty darn good and perfect. All right, let's go ahead and get these all laid out in this space, and we're gonna continue moving on. All right, so we are gearing for the end of summer. The kids, all this last week, so not this current week that we're in, but last week, started their seminary program and started having to wake up early. That was great and amazing. I talked about it earlier this week a couple of times, especially with the times that I would have to wake up. I will say that for my second oldest, it was really, really hard for him. He was not a fan of it. And I know that when it was bedtime, he was done. Like 2.2 seconds and he was out. And then, you know, obviously a couple days he struggled having to get up and stuff, but he did it. he did it, so I'm proud of him. Oh, let me grab some foiled date dots here, because that will be, and now I just totally forget what days we are planning for. So here, let's move this over here. And what is it again? It is August 22nd. Okay, perfect. So put these over here, save for later. I need to actually find like more of my reusable books that have my foiled stuff in them. I moved them around and I don't know where I placed them, but I do know that I have like some leftover foil boxes in them, and I need to find where they're at. So yeah, because I'm probably adding more date dots to things that I probably shouldn't be adding to, and just gonna have an abundance sitting in my reusable albums. But they had an adventurous week this week. It was, so we don't officially start school till the week after Labor Day, but this program for them has started now. But they have had an adventurous week nonetheless. So we have, well, I mean, everybody has a library, but our, library does a lot of stuff. And the kids have been going and talking with the librarian and getting volunteer stuff. And there's been some talk, of wanting to start a D&D club at the library. And so my boys, being my boys, were like, hey, we'll volunteer to lead it up, because the librarian doesn't know much about D&D, and it's like people have been asking for it, but I don't know how to like give this to them. And our two oldest sons were like, we play D&D every week with our group around the United States. We would be happy to do it, because that's them. That's what they like to do. Let's see. Let's go. I'm gonna put these up on the top because they're just cute and wonderful, and I don't want to lose out on using these bigger washi strips, since they do, like, they're like mini full boxes. They're adorable. Adorable. I love it. And I'm just gonna kind of work my way around and put them on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, since I only have 3 of them. And then I don't have to worry about trying to do any type of washi type work for like splitting these up and stuff. So, but however, I am going to put a full box down here first. We'll leave space for some washi. Let's see, washi, and then a box. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on this one. It's gonna go there. I want to make sure that I get it actually fairly right. And then I'm gonna go through, and there's my slice tool. And I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, I gotta bring out my trusty dusty mat, because there's that. And we are going to cut these down a little bit to header size, and I think that will work out pretty well for giving me some headers to work with all throughout this spread. So yeah, I got some mini headers in there. That's fine. I will take any washi dividers that we have, and that will work. Okay, let's put this back. So they started working with the librarian to get this whole thing set up and going, and they had their first meeting this last Saturday. No, not Saturday. Saturday is when they normally do stuff. They had their first meeting this last Tuesday with the first group, the people who signed up, and lo and behold, they were actually really excited about this because people had signed up. And blue, yellow, and lo and behold, 4 people showed up. So when they looked at the sign-up sheets, they were like, oh my goodness, 4 people signed up. And then those 4 people showed up, and they were all girls, which honestly, I'm pretty impressed. Okay, because a lot of the times when you see D&D, especially in like TV shows and things like that, it's very much, you know, males doing it. Are there females that do it? Of course there are, but the vast majority is that this is very much, yeah, I mean, you look at Stranger Things, and the core group is a bunch of teenage boys. So, you know, when they told me this, I was like, cool. But I do think that they have like mixed feelings, like, is it always going to be girls? And honestly, if it's always going to be girls, it's always going to be girls, and you're just going to have to learn to do that, and manage that, which, you know, is not always a bad thing. But I do, you know, I'm really excited to see how many people continue to maybe sign up for this and go to their stuff every Tuesday. So now we have graduated from not just once a week of doing D&D. We are now twice a week, which I'm completely fine with it. That doesn't bother me in the least. I would rather them have something to do than nothing to do. So that one works out for me. I was almost going to use bougie boxes in this week, but I decided against it, because I don't want to continuously do things, like I want to keep my creativity like level open a little bit, and figure out how to use things without always having to rely on certain things. But I do love laying down those bougie boxes, don't get me wrong. So, alrighty, let's see here. Trying to like make sure that hey, I'm liking this leveling that's going on here. It's making me happy. All right. So, but yeah. So on top of that and the many adventures that we have going on, during, oh, nope, I don't want so much green together, which we will put we'll use a header to break this up. So on top of the many adventures that we consistently have going, or activities that we have going throughout the week, we now get to add in the lovely addition of another activity. So yeah, to say that we're busy is a little bit of an understatement. Okay, I am gonna open this up because I want to see fully what I'm working with. Okay, and I'm gonna want to put the headers over each of the full boxes. I think that gives me enough to work with here. Okay, and this one here, did I pull out the headers? I did pull out the foiled header stuff. Okay, so perfect. All right, so we are pretty golden here, and now I can put down this, now that I know where things are going to go. I don't know if I'm going to use any more of the little washi strips as headers, just because there's not many more to be able to use. Oh, come on, let's line up correctly so that we don't look like we're stuck. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, now, well, let's just get adding some boxes in. All right, so yeah, so these guys are busy. I don't think they realize how busy they're going to be until school starts. for them. And I think once school starts, they're gonna be like, holy cow, we are busy. You know, because they have taekwondo twice a week. They have activity stuff that they have to do. Then, you know, the D&D twice a week. Wow, can I, once again, just proof positive that every time, if I start my first video out not being able to lay stickers straight, it's going to continue throughout the rest of the videos. That's just, I have figured that one is just how it's going to be. So, all right, so let's go ahead and add these all in. There really is no big rhyme and reason to this. I really just try to have at least 3 to 4 boxes per day to fill in for all of the kids. But it isn't a necessity. It's, you know, just more of like a preference, because I have all of this. I kind of have learned what I like and don't like in an Oddloop kit, and obviously I like the boxes. So, but she did do a lot of reformatting, and I haven't bought any kits in a while for her reformats. So Wednesdays have a tendency to be one of the busiest days for the kids, just because they have so much going on. They don't have seminary early in the morning. They have it later in the evening, so they end up having to go to the church building much sooner in the day for their activity than they normally do. So yeah, I didn't think this one through too much, so we're gonna have to move some things down because I have a weekend banner here that I do want to use. So luckily this kind of comes up fairly easy. I mean, these have been sitting down for just a moment, so I'm almost wondering if I'm going to need to get my sticker lifter or if we're going to be pretty good. Oh, look at that, you guys. Look at that. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. I totally forgot about the weekend banner. And I definitely wanted to use the weekend banner. So let's get this back down here. And, oh, I'm going to say that that was pretty much meant to be. I'm just going to say that that was pretty much meant to be, because I don't think you could have gotten any closer than that. Okay, so I have a few more boxes that I can put. I am getting more and more sold that I am going to use my sidebar as the like pictures of the week type thing. I think I can do that in terms of I got a lot of green and yellow going on Sunday. I don't know why, but it is what it is. But yeah, have like pictures, you know, because I can take pictures and I can put them into like a 2x2 square and be able to cut them off and be able to put each of their pictures down and write something for them. So I'm more and more sold on that the more and more I start thinking about next year's project. The only thing I need to make sure that I have is plenty of photo paper so that I can print them out. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, so we are done with this, and now it's just time to foil, because I know that this is just easier when I just do it this way. Because then I'm not having to like shift brain functions and cells moving about to be like, okay, I have to switch modes of everything now. It's like finding the end is always the hardest for me. So, but this at least gets me going. And we don't actually have like a ton. It's only couple each day because I didn't have enough headers, obviously, for the 3 that I like to do all the time, but that's completely fine. I love how this looks against the blue. That's really, 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 really awesome. So yeah. Yeah, do I just have 2 per day? I think so. Okay. So that's good to know. Should probably know this. But yeah, I am just becoming more and more sold on that for this upcoming year's project, to actually utilize the pictures in the sidebar and actually make it more of a memory keeping thing going on for this next year. I know my kids are going to hate me because my camera's going to always be in their face and they're going to be like, get off your phone, Mom, stop with the camera. But you know what? I don't really care. They'll love it later on. I will love it later on. So even on the days that they're having bad days, we can do that. Just, you know. And it's not going to be a picture every day. It's just going to be a picture once a week. So I just need to make sure that I take those pictures. I'm pretty bad at taking pictures just in general. My husband's really, really good at it. My mom's really, really good at it. I'm really, really bad at it. So just trying to fix myself and create better stuff. Okay, so back to the beginning, and now we just need to foil the full boxes and we shall be done. If I can find my end here, it's like I feel it, but I just can't quite determine where it's at. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We're just gonna get all these bad boys off, and and hopefully I don't tear any, because sometimes the perforation does not like to be your best friend. That I have learned all the hard way. Oh, I love all this sparkliness. This is just amazing. I'm just gonna keep it on my hand so I don't have to go back to it, but I am loving this sparkliness. So this one has like fireworks in it. I think it was very much with the idea of New Year's involved, but honestly, just I think it can just be used anytime, you know, because fireworks are amazing and stuff, and fireworks bring along like adventure and action and things happening. So I think this works pretty darn well for this kit. And the sparkliness, yes, although I don't know how much you want these guys to be sparkly, but it's okay. We're good with it. I will totally take it. All right, and here is the last full box. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And yeah, I think this one's gonna be fun. All right, guys, look at all that sparkliness. I believe I got everything foiled. If I didn't, well, then we're still being consistent. So you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye now.